Hi guys, this is Carmen from Moon River Yoga, and this is my 20-minute PC Hawk Power Yoga class. With yoga, there's no competition. You can always adjust, modify the poses, or even skip a pose if it doesn't feel right for you. Remember to rest when you need rest, and most importantly, keep yourself safe and continue to breathe. We're going to start standing nice and tall. Feet pressing down into the floor, top of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Take a few deep breaths here. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Let's warm up the neck a little bit. Lower the chin down. Maybe roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Come back down, roll the left ear to the left shoulder. And go side to side a few times. When you're done with that, you can bring your head back up. We're going to move to the shoulders. Let's start by rolling the shoulders back and down. Forward and up, back and down. Keep going. And stop when your shoulders are at the top. Let's come forward and down, back and up. Making circles the other way. Good. Shake that out. Both arms reach up overhead. You can just keep your fingertips reaching up, or you can grab hands together. Stand really, really tall. Big inhale. As you exhale, take your hips over to the left and reach the arms up and over to the right. This is called half moon. We're stretching out the left side of the body. Warming everything up. As you inhale next, come back to center. Let's go the other way. Exhale, reach the hips to the right. Arms reach up and over to the left. Long through the right side. Inhale, come back up. This time as you exhale, sit back into your chair. So you're bending the knees, reaching the hips back. Chair pose. Keep breathing even when you're holding. You can keep your arms reaching up here by the ears. If it feels better, bring your hands in. Press hands together right here in front of the chest. One more breath here. Holding strong, maybe lowering down a little more. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and forward fold. Keep the knees bent as much as you need. Folding forward, we want to let the head hang heavy. Maybe you nod the head and shake the head a couple times. Shake out the arms and shoulders. If it feels good, you can grab opposite elbows. You can sway a teeny tiny bit side to side. Whatever works here. And then bring hands down to the floor. We're going to walk the feet back a little bit so that we can make our way to downward facing dog. Fingers are spread really nice and wide. Hands are about as wide as your shoulders. Pressing down into the floor. Hips are reaching up and back. You can keep the knees bent. Maybe you want to bend one knee and then the other. Opening up, stretching out through the back of the legs, side to side. Good. Let's come back forward. Walk the feet forward towards the hands. We're going to hang out here again. This is ragdoll. Hanging upside down. Bring your hands to the front of the legs. As you breathe in, we're going to come halfway up so the back is flat. And as we exhale, we're going to come back to that fold. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good. Keep going, moving with your breath. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to forward fold. 2 more times. Keeping the knees bent if you need. When those 2 times are done, we're slowly going to make our way all the way up to standing. Move really slow here. Come all the way up. If you need to shake out the arms and legs or anything, feel free. Maybe take some coat sleeves. This is where we just kind of swing side to side. Imagine that you got your winter coat on and the sleeves are hanging down past your hands and you're just kind of flinging them back and forth. They're hitting you in front and back, but don't hurt yourself. Next, we're going to move into what we call sun salutations. In a sun salutation, we start standing. We use our breath to make our way down to the floor as we go from one pose to the next, and eventually we end up back up at the top, standing at the front of our mats. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Stand really nice and tall. As we inhale, as we breathe in, we reach the arms out and up overhead. And then on the exhale, we're going to do what's called a swan dive. We're going to fold forward at the hips, keep the back flat, come all the way down to forward fold. On the inhale, we lift halfway so the back is flat. And we exhale, bending the knees back to that forward fold. Let's reverse that on an inhale. Sweep the arms out to the side and all the way up overhead. On the exhale, just a tiny little reach back. Inhale to come back up nice and tall. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center, pressing palms together. That's the beginning and end of our sun salutations. We're going to start with another one. When you're ready, stand really nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, we swan dive down chest first, coming down to forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale back down. We're going to stay in this forward fold. Bend the knees. From here, let's step the right foot back. So we're in a high lunge. Back heels lifted. Find your balance here. When you're ready, sweep the arms up overhead. We're coming into warrior pose. Bending in the left knee. Nice and strong and straight through the right leg. As you exhale, bring the hands back down on either side. Next, we're going to move into plank. So step that left foot back. Find your plank. If you need to lower your knees or come down to your forearms, that's fine too. Whatever feels safe. Hold that strong plank for a breath. And then let's lower all the way down to our bellies. Keep the hands right here under the shoulders. Next, we're going to take cobra pose. Tops of the feet are on the floor. We're really nice and long. And let's just lift the head and chest. Lifting up using the muscles in the back. We're not using the arms or hands. Maybe even try picking your hands up. Can you float the hands above the floor? Good. Lower back down. Let's make our way to downward facing dog. So press hands into the floor. Take the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Long through the arms. Like you're reaching your tailbone up and away. And then to come into warrior on the other side, we're going to step the right foot to the front, in between the hands. Next, we have to find balance. And from there, we can see about sweeping the arms up overhead, finding warrior pose on this side. We're bending in the right knee. We want the right knee on top of the ankle. And then from here, let's lower the hands on either side. This time, step both feet up to the front of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale back down, forward fold. Breathe in as you sweep your arms out and all the way up overhead. Exhale to reach back a little bit. Inhale back up nice and tall. And as you exhale, bring your hands together right at heart center. Take a couple breaths. Just to reset. You can shake out the legs or arms at any time if you need. And setting up again, we're going to get ready for another sun salutation. Really nice and tall. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, lower down. Bend the knees here. Let's step the right foot back again. This time we're going to kind of cartwheel the arms up. So the right arm's going to come up first. It's going to sweep up and around, opening up to the right side. We're going to find side warrior. So instead of our chests facing towards the front, they're going to be open to the right side. Fingertips reach to front and back. Bend in the left knee. Couple breaths holding. If you want to try and take peaceful warrior, you can keep the legs right where they are. That back arm, the right arm, lowers down to the right leg, and the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Finding balance. And come back up, reaching arms to front and back. We're going to carefully cartwheel the arms back down to the front on either side of the left foot and step back, making our way to our plank pose. Lower the knees if you need. Hold strong wherever you are. Still breathing. Let's lower all the way down to bellies. This time we're going to take upward facing dog. So last time we didn't use the arms. This time we are. We're going to press into the floor as we bring our head and chest up. Think about reaching the top of your head way up towards the ceiling, upward facing dog. And next, let's move into downward facing dog. Strong hands, press the hips up and back. Just a breath. When you're ready to move into side warrior on the other side, step the right foot forward between the hands. And this time we're kind of going to cartwheel open on the left side. So left arm goes first, sweeping forward, up and around. It pulls the torso up really tall, and this time we're opening up to the left side. The left heel, that back heel can lower down to the floor. Side warrior, strong warriors here. We're bending through the right knee. Really strong. If you want to take peaceful warrior on this side, the left hand can lower to the left leg, right arm reaches up and back. Just a breath here, you're doing great. Let your next inhale bring you back up to that side warrior. And as you exhale, go ahead and cartwheel the hands carefully up to the front on either side of the front foot. We're going to step both feet forward to a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up to the top. Exhale, tiny back bend. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. 2 breaths to reset. Any movements that you need in between. And we'll start again. Inhale, reach out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, really flat back. And exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to stay in this forward fold. Bring your hands, press palms together, bring them right to the chest, right to the heart. Start to bend your knees as you sit down in a chair. The torso starts to come up. We're sitting in a chair in standing squat. Keep your hands right here at your heart, or you can reach your arms up by your ears. Either way is fine. Hold that squat. Keep breathing. If you want to play with it a little more, maybe shift all your weight over onto one foot. Come up on the toes of the other foot. And try the same thing on the other side. Shift your weight. Come up on toes. Keep going side to side a couple times. Don't forget to breathe. And let's bring our hands to the hips. We are all going to shift our weight over onto the left foot. Step the right foot back just a little bit. Just maybe 2 or 3 feet. Straighten out the legs. Let's fold forward. This is called pyramid. Some different things you can try here. You can reach the arms out to either side. If you really want to challenge, maybe you even see about balancing here in airplane pose. So lift the right leg back behind. Keep the arms reaching out to either side, or you can bring the arms up by the ears. So you're balancing just on the left leg. Right leg's reaching back, arms are reaching forward or out to the sides. Just a breath in airplane if you're holding. If you fall out, that's okay. Get right back in. Then let's lower that foot back down. Bend the knees and bring the hands down so you can step back to our plank pose. 2 breaths in plank. Really strong hands here. Think about pushing down into the floor with your knuckles because that's going to help protect your wrists. And just to play with it a little bit more, let's take side planks. Ground down, really strong press through the left hand. Shift your weight over to the left sides of the feet. Open up to the right side and reach right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Remember not to hold your breath. Keep breathing. You're doing great. 1 more breath here. And let's lower the right hand down. Come back through plank. Set up on the other side. Strong. Grounding through the right hand. This time the weight shifts over to the right sides of the feet and we reach the left fingertips up. Looking good. You can always come out early if it feels like too much. Never feel bad about that. Bring that top arm down. Come back to your plank. Go ahead and lower all the way down to the belly. Let's take that upward facing dog. Press into the hands. Lift the crown of the head. And then make your way to our downward facing dog. Press into the hands. Reach the tailbone up and back. When you're ready, step the right foot forward between the hands. Now the back foot's pretty far away. Let's bring it in a little bit closer. And then we'll straighten both legs. Bring the hands up to the hips for pyramid pose. Stay right here or reach your arms out to either side. And then if you choose, you can play with that airplane. If you want to play with balance here, You're going to be looking at the ground in front of you. You can maybe see about lifting that left leg behind. Arms either reaching out to the sides or reaching up by the ears. Just another breath, playing with that airplane balance. And carefully, let's bring the foot back down if it's lifted, stepping the feet together and coming into our forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, tiny reach back. Inhale up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. One more time, we're going to make our way down and we'll stay down. Let's inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down, bend the knees, place the hands on the floor, step back to our last plank. Hold that plank strong. And lower the knees, make your way down and over onto your back. For bridge pose, feet come to the floor about hip distance apart, arms down by the sides. On an exhale, press into the feet and lift the hips. See if you can hold that lift. Don't forget to breathe. Holding strong in this bridge. You're pressing down through the feet and pressing down through the shoulders. Good. One more breath. And lower all the way down. Stay on your backs here, but bring the arms out to either side. Feet lift up off the floor, keeping the knees together. We're setting up for a twist here. So take a big inhale into the belly, and as you exhale, keep the knees together and lower them over to one side. As you inhale, bring them back to center. Exhale to the other side, lowering slowly. And inhale, come back up. This time as you exhale, let your legs reach out long and take the arms up by the ears. So fingers and toes are reaching away from one another. Long stretch. Take 2 breaths like this, reaching as long as you can, like you're going to grow a little bit taller. And on an exhale, let arms come back down to the sides. We're going to make ourselves comfortable for our final relaxation here. Some different options. You can just lay where you are. You can bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out to either side if that feels good. And then wherever you are, maybe see about bringing the hands into your belly. Let your arms rest by your sides, but hands on the belly so you can feel the air move in and out. The belly's gonna fill like a balloon and then empty out. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths here. If you feel comfortable, you can let your eyes close. And with every breath, we think about relaxing, letting go of holding. Maybe you think of it as melting. Every exhale, you melt a little bit. Not having to do any more work. Maybe thinking about how your body feels after doing that yoga practice. What feels different? What feels the same? Is there anything you're noticing now that you weren't noticing before? And maybe at the same time as you breathe nice and slow here, you can tell yourself thank you. Thank your body for everything that it does for you day in and day out. Thank your mind. Thank yourself just for being who you are. When you're ready, you can roll yourself to one side or the other. Make your way back up to seated, sitting nice and tall. Take a few deep breaths here. If your eyes are closed, let them open. Give yourself a little smile. You deserve it. I hope you can use the energy from this practice to help you through the rest of your day, maybe through the rest of your week. I thank you for choosing to practice with me. Namaste.